That's what I'm telling you, right? See, when you hit those,
they're like magical shots, aren't they? I've never seen anything spin as much as that. This is not the best part of my game. It's kind of got in my head now a little bit.
Low points out here.
Yeah.
And then your club is too high at this point, which runs the risk of that. And then the odd dig. Yeah. All right, this will feel mad. Yeah, keep going. Even more. No, it's weird.
Yeah.
Tall.
Yeah.
Okay.
The man. Right there.
Welcome to the channel. We got Dan today, right? And we are in Stoke Park here, and we're testing out the new Under Armour shoes. But we're also doing a little bit of a scramble currently. And as you've just seen from that footage, Dan has headed into the water at this Augusta-inspired, I guess.
Yeah, massively inspired, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very much like it, isn't it?
Just to give you a little bit of a backstory on that, we've just read the sign, haven't we? So, read the sign, and Harry Colt designed golf course, but Harry Colt and Dr. Augusta-Mackenzie, they became really close over the years in their careers together. And when it came to, this was built in 1908, and then when Dr. Mackenzie went to build Augusta, he was massively inspired by this hole that we've got here, the 7th hole here at Stoke Park. And obviously we've got Race Creek at Augusta, and this has got the creek that runs right the way down through, and there's some similarities. It's not identical.
Yeah, so he's probably seen that and thought, like, how that is similar to this, and how am I going to shape that hole? Because he'd seen this.
Yeah.
It's just pretty cool.
However, that doesn't help me, does it?
Doesn't help you, because now you got to go over
the water.
All right, so throughout the scrum, well, listen, you hit the shot first, and then we'll talk, right?
Yeah, I'll hit a shot, but it brings us back to 2016, doesn't it?
Yeah, with Jordan Spieth, quadruple bogey he made, unfortunately, and that was him trying to win it back to back, we said, didn't we?
Yeah, 2015, I think he won.
15 he won.
Yeah, 18 under par, so he knew how to play the golf course.
Good thing we're not doing that in the scramble today in that video. Right. If you haven't checked that one out, go to Dan's channel, check it out.
So I'm not going to lie, Dave, this is an area of my game that I do struggle with, and I'm sure, you know, when you're trying to play, even just this shot without the water there, with no water, no bunker, nothing to worry about, this is not the best part of my game. It's kind of got in my head now a little bit.
Okay.
So I'll just see if I can play one across the water and just see what we can achieve. Hopefully we don't think about Jordan Spieth at this moment. Now, I know the result of that is actually okay,
but you didn't feel...
Well, I felt really anxious.
Yeah. Okay,
I've got the camera on, we've got water, I've got a lesson going on, all the things that probably a lot of people think about, especially if they're even having a lesson in this situation. 100%.
And so this is definitely a weak area of your game.
Hugely.
And then made worse by the consequence to what's in front of you.
The situation around us. And even there, even though I know I played a decent shot and I've got it onto the green, which I'm sure Jordan Spieth would have bought that for
a lot of money.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
It was a thin strike. It felt a little low considering I'm using a 60-degree wedge.
Do you feel like that's something you struggle sometimes with, to get height on those type of shots? Yes. They come out low all the time?
Because of the situation where I feel like I have to lean forward on the shot.
And drag the handle a little bit?
And drag the handle through, possibly, is a sensation that I have.
Yeah.
But I do that because I don't want to get the dunch going on.
Yeah, back.
I don't want to catch it heavy.
This is the thing I noticed, and I think, well, what we'll do is, I did notice this earlier on in the round, I think, so let's think about the golf swing, or even this type of shot, where you do get a couple of those, you think they're thin.
Yeah.
Now, they could be thin from a standpoint of, you've got a low point to your golf swing. That could be before the ball, and then you catch it on the way up. But in that case, that's not what that is. In actual fact, you could see it, and I noticed it earlier. The low point is actually too far in front of the ball. So as you kind of start to lean in here and lean forward and then drag, that's just moving the low point forward.
Exactly.
So you're actually catching it with ball, low points out here.
Yeah.
And then your club is too high at this point, which runs the risk of that. And then the odd dig.
Yeah.
So I think what we'll do is, obviously this is not the perfect scenario for a chipping lesson, although if we could master it here, you'd find it easy everywhere else. What we'll do is, back nine, when we get going, we'll see a little bit more. We will go round the green, and we will have a look at trying to, I think, shallow that out.
Okay.
Start using the bounce a little more.
Love it.
Sound good?
Happy days.
And then this shot won't put the fear of God into you anymore.
Well, still might a little bit, but we'll see.
It would do me too. All right, so we're now on 17. We've got a few more holes under our belt. We're going to have a look at your chipping and pitching from here. This is the type of shot though, isn't it? A little bit of a tighter lie.
It's not great. I've got to say that I am more inspired now we've played a little bit more golf together, you know?
Yeah, good.
So I feel like I'm getting a bit more confidence back.
Happy days.
But this is not a good spot for me either.
No, I think so, yeah, with the tighter lie and that, okay? So tell you what to do, hit me 2. I'm just going to get a couple of quick slow-mos, right?
Okay.
So I can show you. I've seen a bit on the course.
Okay. Yeah, and that was good. Squeezy low again though.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
I got a 60 in my hand. Oh yeah, clean again.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, get away with it. It's a get away with it shot.
Yeah, but it's trying to get that little bit of a softer, higher one, isn't it? Because this is good. Like, you can drive it in when the shot suits it, and say the pin's on the back, and you can kind of dig it in there. Okay, so see, look in here. So first of all, let's pull up the face on. Okay, so looking at that, now the shot that you're playing, as we discussed earlier about the low point being more forward, you can see when you start how much lean we have already.
Yep.
Right, so I'd take a little bit of that away.
Yeah.
Okay, and then from this angle I would get you feeling a touch more vertical with the club.
Okay, so stand the hands up
stand the hand up a bit, right? Yep. Face is open, and kind of neutralize that lean. You're going to be a bit taller into the shot, so we can start getting the club working a fraction more up and down rather than so around.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of going to get more of the club coming into the ball, like from more of this aspect. We use some of the toe as relief.
Okay.
Instead of a little bit around. Okay. So just kind of neutralize the lean to start. There you go. Good. That's it.
Instantly, by standing taller or having that handle higher, is making me get taller, but it's also instantly making me pick it up this way. Yeah,
pick it up a little bit more out and across it.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know that sounds counterintuitive because you think that's going to be steeper.
Yeah.
Right, but keep the handle up. Let's see it. So, all right, this will feel mad. Yeah, keep going. Even more. No, it's weird. Come in. Tall. Okay. Good. Now just keep a little bit of pressure on your left. Okay, and then pick the club up out towards me and a little bit of body turn. There you go. A lot more spinny and grabby.
Yeah, nice. That was.
And you can actually get then away a bit more with.
Do you think more turn on the way through?
Yeah, that's it. Keep so taller and closer. Feel your chest up. I know it. You look fine. You feel really awkward.
Yeah, I feel like a wooden man.
Yeah, and you're not, right? So good there.
Cool. Yeah, look at that.
And you can hear the difference in the ground interaction, can't you?
Yeah, I really can. That's amazing. So that just feels like the toe is right down and the heel is right up in the air there.
Yep. And then when you go forward, so even closer, right? Good. Up. And then you feel the club pick up towards me back here. Good. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Lovely. And that might nearly went in.
Wow.
You see the grab on it?
But I would have, yeah, I do, straight away. But like the strike is really impressive because I've been a bit of a toe striker.
Yeah.
So that would scare me a little bit because ultimately it feels like I'm putting the toe closer to the ball, but actually strike-wise, that's a completely different feel.
Yeah, and the reason why you'll kind of get some more of those toe strikes is, like if you think about this being the center of the ball, okay, and if I'm lower down, this exaggerated as to what you normally do, but if I swing a little bit more round on a short shot, the gravity of the club's pulling down here, so you tend to pull it in close and catch toe.
Yeah.
So by being up, the club can work a little bit more up and down that way, and you'll actually start using more of the sole and the toe. You get a bit of toe relief as well, especially on those tight lies.
Yeah, because I feel like what I've done in time is, and this is where I've become more kind of wooden, but I've been wooden from down here, and then, you know, if that doesn't work, I start getting more of this action going on and trying to flick at it to try and get
the loft on it.
Yeah. Exactly.
100%.
I'm like coming out so low all the time.
And I was the same too. It's kind of trying to, you've probably been to that point where you're trying to use more of the kind of your body to just do everything.
Correct.
But again, just if I just use my body, the club's going to pull back more around me.
Yeah.
And I run the risk of that.
Yeah.
And if I don't hit this, I'm going to have to lean to get ball first.
You know, the other shot that I get is if I'm a little bit further back, I'll waft a lot to the right.
Yeah.
And I always think, and it's probably because I'm so far under here.
Yep. And then because it's a short shot, you're not going to get that time for it to draw. Whereas if you've got that 100-yard wedge shot,
it comes back in.
It can come in. But from here or back a bit, it's just your path's going to start the ball more on those shorter shots. Yeah. So if it's moving right, it's going to stay and not come back. So I just think that with that setup, you can be more here. You feel like you're picking actually like. It doesn't look at all what you think it looks like.
Amazing.
It looks really good. Neutral, up, and then you get that relief.
Yeah.
Sorted?
Sorted, thanks Dave.
It's £100.
Thank you very much. No problem. I'll transfer the money. Cool, I'm tall as you like on this. Happy with that?
Yep, we're going with a new technique. Love it. Yeah, so nice and tall, good. A bit closer, right, good.
Oh yeah, crikey, sit down. Sit and spin, here it comes.
It's unreal.
That is amazing, isn't it?
That's what I'm telling you, right? See when you hit those, they're
like magical shots, aren't they?
They spin like that.
I've never seen anything spin as much as that, and with a little bit of left to right curvature. Wow. I think it needs a little bit of work, but I feel like we've got the start of it.
Tell you what, you've the
Glad
ingredients
we read that slope, you know?
The ingredients are all laid out, just got to put them together now.
Delightful, that.
Great shot, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.